Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to see a very important command of the Meterpreter, which is migrate, and it lets us hide our backdoor in another service. If you run ps in Meterpreter, it will list the ongoing processes on the target machine. So this is like ls, but rather than listing the available folders and files, it lists the available processes running on the target machine. So let me make this a little bit bigger. As you can see, we have a lot of services running on the target machine. So we have a process ID and the name of the process in here. So most of them are actually the default Windows services, okay? Like services.exe, svc.exe, winlogon.exe. They are default run by the Windows when we first open our computer. And if you scroll down a little bit, you will see other services as well, like WinZip, and we have our Kirk new payload.exe in here. If for some reason the target gets suspicious and try to run and see the services they are running on the Windows machine, they will see this Kirk new payload. And they will see this is running on the downloads folder, so they can try to go to this downloads folder and delete and stop the Kirk new payload.exe. And in that case, we will lose our connection, and we don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do is to bury this Kirk new payload inside of another service, another process, so that even though our target tries to see what's going on their computer, they won't see the Kirk new payload.exe. So we have to find a service, we have to find a process to bury, to migrate this Kirk new payload.exe into. Okay? In order to do that, just choose a service, just choose a process that doesn't look suspicious at all. We have a lot of them, like this explorer.exe. Every system runs this explorer.exe, or every system runs this skypehost.exe. We can find a lot of default process in here, like services.exe and maybe svchost.exe. I'm just going to go with the explorer.exe. All you have to do is get the PID of this explorer, process ID of this explorer, and I believe it's 2824. So if I say migrate to explorer.exe, I would have said migrate 2824. And if you hit enter, it will take your current session, it will take your current payload.exe, and it will hide it into the explorer.exe. After you see this migration completed successfully, I suggest you run ps one more time to list the available process going on the target machine. So if we look at this list right now, we won't see Kirk new payload.exe. But as you can see, we still have the session. We still have the connection going on with the target computer, but if they just try to see the available processes on their computer right now, they won't see Kirk new payload is running. So we still have the connection, and target cannot see it running on their computer. So this is a very good feature, and this should be one of the first things that you do as soon as you got the connection from the target computer when you are trying to pen test into a user computer. Okay, so once you get the session, try to migrate. So let's stop here, and we'll continue seeing the different kinds of features of Meterpreter sessions in the next lecture.